Good morning. Welcome to Kilachari Torah's daily Sefirat to Haomer, counting the Haomer with opportunities for spiritual growth. Friday, May 20th. Last night we counted 34 days of the Haomer. Hayom arba'a ushloishim yom shehem arba'a shavuos v'shisha yamim la'Haomer. The Sefira for the day, the combination of Sefirot, if you're following along in your art scroll Sidur, is Yesod Shebahod, bonding in humility. Sometimes, in pursuing the goal of growing in our humility and our recognition of our God-given greatness, we become preoccupied with that holy mission. And accidentally, or maybe even sometimes by design, we wind up making others feel inferior to us, or at least we view it that way. We overlook, we ignore, we hide our own shortcomings or struggles and proclaim, either verbally or non-verbally, I'm doing for you and I'm providing for you, and far be it from me to even think of being respected for that. People can usually get a sense of when that sentiment is not quite real. This just in. Really humble people get to know not only their strengths, but also their vulnerabilities. They can share and be open about them, and when they do, they open up a channel for others to feel that they can do the same. Today's Midah is Yesod in Hod, the connection between bonding and humility. Today, we examine whether or not our connection to our godly self brings us closer to others, or perhaps if it doesn't. So she tells a nice story here, which is worth taking a look at if you have a chance, if you have the book or you'd like to see it. We have it here in Shul. Please feel free to come by anytime, especially for Minyan in the morning. And she talks about a lady who was a very impressive person who kept all of her hesitations, shortcomings, the things she was working on, kept that inside. She didn't want people to see that she was less than perfect. So once she let her guard down and let somebody else know how she was actually feeling, that led to a much greater degree of friendship than a real connection. That embodies the Yesod of Hod. If we're all here to make our way a little better in God's world, with or in spite of all the stuff that we're given, it shouldn't be so complicated just to be real. With Hod, there's no judgment. There's no sense of who's more and who's less. There's no agenda in my being here for you. It's purely about us connecting and taking advantage of the bond that our parallel humility can bring us to. The exercise for the day, call to action, here's how she expresses it. Is the idea of revealing your vulnerability scary? It's a lot of work to keep pretending, and chances are others already assume you're not superhuman anyway. Today, try sharing a small vulnerability with a safe friend or a family member. Nothing big, dramatic, more along the lines of, I'm really not that great on the diet when I'm in private, or I wasn't too busy, I simply forgot. Or I'm not as patient as I look, I fake it a lot. Let them know that the sharing was hard for you. Afterwards, see if the sharing made you feel better or worse, closer or more disconnected with the person that you shared it with. Good thoughts for the day. As we come into Shabbat, let's talk about what's happening this afternoon. What's not happening is we're not gathering for a minyan quite yet. We're not ready to go back to the in-person Friday night minyan. If we were to do it, it would be at 7 o'clock. We would meet for Mincha and Kabbalat Shabbat at 7 o'clock. Earliest candlelighting time, earliest time to light candles, usher in the Holy Shabbos, is 7:08, 8 minutes past 7 p.m. tonight. Actual candlelighting time is 8:23. And tomorrow we will have services in the show starting at 9:15, back to our regular time. Shabbat concludes at 9:34 tomorrow night. So keep that in mind. Have a wonderful Shabbos. Look forward to seeing you on Shabbos, or maybe even during the week or sometime soon. Please God, in good health. Have a good Shabbos.